authority, our business name, but currently leased to Siva. We have brake lights. After last week's fiasco, we're double, triple, quadruple checking that we have brake lights. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. First time here, welcome as well. We are getting an early start. Actually, it's an early late start. It's a late start to our week, but it's an early start to our day. We did not run the first half of the week. Had to go over our truck and make sure the electrical wasn't going to give us any problems. So we unfortunately took off half the week, and we're here. It's Friday morning, really early, and we're going to Denver. We're going to Denver. Beautiful day here in Elko, Nevada. Paul and Phil send their regards. Over here at the Sinclair exit 298, I believe. Doing our fuel stop. Walking the dog, all that good stuff. Anyway, wanted to talk about questions. Friday's video, a lot of viewers were blindsided, which is interesting because the title was B for Blindside. If you did not watch the video, there's an epic blindside back in for the final scene. Anyway, that's beside the point. A lot of y'all were caught off guard, and you're like, why are you guys back at Siva? What? Where's your trailer? What happened? Answers to those questions are in the previous 2 videos. So a lot of you missed some videos. I don't know why, but I guess a lot of you missed some videos. First one, if you want to catch up to watch, is New Authority Blues. Watch that one. And then watch the next one, which is called The Story Continues. Watch them all the way to the end. And here's a tip, guys. You know, we have a little ending there, that cool little rap song. If you guys ever watched the Among Us cartoon, that rap song is actually in the Among Us cartoon, which is why I use it. Pretty entertaining show. It's on YouTube. But anyway, if you watch all the way to the end on those videos and past that ending, a lot of times there's extra clips in there. And sometimes there's really good clips after. So if you guys watch that, you'll get caught up. And Macy, come here. Macy, thank you. You'll get caught up. But if you don't want to watch them, I'm gonna explain some things here, what we're doing. But I do hope you go watch them. Yes, we're back at Siva. We are leased to Siva. We're not pulling Siva's trailers under our own authority. Yes, we still have our own authority. We are not planning to deactivate it. It is at home, chilling, just like our trailer. We have our trailer. It's not going anywhere. It's just hanging out. We are planning to purchase possibly another trailer. We got a lot of stuff in the works. You gotta bear with us though, because we have a lot of stuff happening, but things have to lay out certain ways. So one of those things that has to lay out a certain way, which was not expected, was the fact that so many brokers would tell us no. We also didn't expect the California market to be so bad right now. Although we should have known better, because we've done this before. We have done this before here. We've gone through this and we should have known better, but it caught us off guard. So we have our authority, we have our trailer. They're just hanging out right now. And we've gone back to what pays the bills, what we know is consistent, what we know is reliable. And that is what we're doing for right now. But don't panic, because the trailer is still there, just to be very clear, and the authority is still there. But right now, we're leased with Siva. We're pulling Siva's trailers. They were kind enough to let us have our old run back, and life is beautiful. It's good. Everything is following its predestined plan. Isn't that right, Martin?
Yeah, so the fuel keeps jumping up every week.
I know. I cannot believe how much fuel has gone up in every state outside of California, where now California almost does not feel quite as painful.
No, it used to be like $1 difference. Now it's almost caught up.
But yes, Martin's head is underneath the truck. I put it there. No, he's looking for mystery, phantom, antifreeze smells. We can't find where antifreeze is coming from, but we can very faintly smell it. So, we have a lot of new subscribers. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. If you haven't yet, I'd sure love it if you would. Kind of validates the effort put into making these videos, and doesn't cost you guys anything. But since we have a lot of new subscribers, and again, welcome and thank you for that, I wanted to go over how this run works because a lot of you might not know. Our OGs know, but a lot of the new subscribers might not know how this run works. So this run with Siva Freight, we obviously are pulling their trailer. It's their freight. We are leased onto them, as we already discussed. This run is from Sacramento, California to Denver, Colorado. Well, technically it's West Sacramento to, I believe, Aurora, Colorado, but Denver to Sacramento, Denver, 2 times a week. So it is a team run. It needs 2 people in the truck because the truck stops for fuel, breakdowns, dropping and hooking trailers, 30-minute breaks, fuel stops. Okay, you guys get it, right? So it's a team operation though. They want the freight there within 24 hours. I believe it takes us usually, what is it, 20 hours to make that run? 22, okay. I'm being generous. 22 hours, they want it there within 24, and you gotta do that with 2 people. So while one of us is driving, the other one is in the back sleeping, taking our 10 hours off, switch out, switch out, switch out. So yeah, it's a dedicated lane, same thing every week. Sometimes we might get some variances and what route we're gonna take. That's all dependent on Wyoming weather. Other places get weather too, but Wyoming's the one that we usually worry about because these trailers back here, they're really light usually. And I'm good getting blown off that road. So that's how the run works. Sacramento, Denver, Denver back to Sacramento, Sacramento to Denver again, Denver back to Sacramento, 2 times a week, 4 days total. Actually, it's not even 4 days, not 4 full days, but for simplicity, 4 days total. And that's what we're doing. Running team in a W900 is not for the faint of heart. But you know what? I don't want to do it with anyone else. I could not imagine doing it with anyone else. I get to run with my best friend, and it's awesome. But I want to give you guys a quick tour of the truck because we did change some things up from a couple months ago how we were running. We decorated. We didn't really decorate, but we did change some things to make it a little bit easier. So, running team in this truck. You guys see how narrow that is? It's really annoying. Like if you want to get back to the sleeper, it's so narrow. We made a change. Usually we have these curtains, these curtains right here that come down, and they're right behind these chairs. And it makes it kind of feel closed off, and then whoever's driving can't access things in the back, like our coats up there, if you want to get in the fridge. So what I did is I took a shower curtain rod, put it on the top bunk, and then we got a blackout curtain, like for your house. It's one of the really long panels. I turned it sideways and then I sewed it so it would go onto the shower rod. That closes and blacks it out back there, and whoever's up here can access the back. And I think it's quite nice. Is it working for you?
Yes.
I think it works.
I just think it's, you hear a little bit more road noise without this curtain, like especially when you're talking on a phone or something, so you gotta have
the earplugs.
Earplugs in,
yeah,
because you hear a lot.
We changed earplugs. We were using the foam ones, and I ordered these ones called loop earplugs. They're kind of cool. If you haven't seen them, look them up.
Little bad sausage.
They're a lot more comfortable to sleep with, I think. So let's carry on. I've only done 360 miles and a half today. I gotta do a lot more. Got to Little American, Wyoming. Kind of a treat because I didn't think we were gonna go through Wyoming today. Martin didn't either, and we made a last minute decision to give it a whirl.
Yeah, it's quicker this way, and the weather was fine. Other than a little wind, but there's no restrictions, and the roads look to be good, so.
Yeah, I think it's a rather nice night, actually. I mean, we're not very far in the state. We're only at the 68 mile marker, but
it's warm for Wyoming in February too. It's like 28.
Yeah, I think it's a nice night. So anyway, we're gonna switch over. I got my 625 miles in. I still have an hour and a half on my clock, but Martin's got hours, and that's just how we do it. We switch here. Makes it easier for the way the rest of the run plays out. So we're gonna hop in here, and when we come out, We're going to talk about another question that's come up a lot in the last couple of videos.
So moving.
Yeah, we get a lot of commentary here the last 3 videos or so about how it sounds like we need to get out of California.
Yeah, we tried.
We partially agree with you.
We tried, and even going in and putting offers in on houses for cash.
In Indiana.
It's not that easy.
Yeah, we've put offers in, what, 3 houses now?
Yeah.
And we didn't get any of them. They had multiple bids, and even as a cash buyer, it wasn't good enough.
So,
and it wasn't like no $6,000 houses, guys. It was like legit like a couple $100,000 houses.
So we're just probably gonna, for now, deal with where we're at right now. As much as we agree with you guys about leaving the state of California, believe me,
it's not always that easy.
It's not that easy.
Yeah.
And we have a decent place to stay at. It's nice and quiet. Probably just gonna hang out there for the time being till either something blows up or or we find something that's like a hell of a deal and we can actually get it.
It's freezing. I can't feel my hands or my legs, so we should run back to the truck.
Beautiful night here in Wyoming. And we decided to go through Wyoming. In case you haven't heard Alice earlier, should be good to Denver. On the way back, remember we take I-70 out of Denver because it's supposed to blow pretty bad here tomorrow. Like 35 to 55 mile an hour sustained winds and 75 mile an hour gusts. And I think they said that's supposed to start around 5 in the morning. It's about 10 o'clock right now local time. We're, I don't know, about 5 hours out, 5.5. Something like that. Beautiful night though. Anyway, I wanted to touch on a couple things. You guys been talking about, you know, authority, and you know, we appreciate the concerns, we really do. And the suggestions. One thing I want to touch on is, you know, there's other YouTubers out there, and they're not painting a real picture for you guys of what trucking's really like. You can't go out and do 1 load a week and expect to have all these nice cars and stuff and live off of that. And these loads that are, you know, $10+ a mile, I mean, sure they do exist, but in reality, not very plentiful. And we could talk about $10 a mile on you know, 30 miles, or we can talk $10 a mile on 2,000 miles. Well, which one would you rather take? I know which one I'd be taking, but that's not going to happen. Nobody's going to pay you that. Local loads pay okay, but again, you're not going to support yourself, your habit of, you know, stuff, and your family, and your truck, and your hobbies is what I meant about, you know, habits, with a $1,200 load every once a week. That's just not going to happen. And that's what I mean. That's not how trucking works. So we've been in it for a while. We are branded as a new carrier. So yes, it's harder to do business. And some of you guys get that. And I know which ones you are, and I appreciate you guys getting that, because I know you know exactly what I'm talking about. But trucking isn't that easy. And in reality, if you guys want to watch what like real trucking is like, I mean, go watch Trucking with Schmidt. Go watch Super Trucker Dan, for instance. Although Dan hasn't been really making that many videos, because why? He's been busting his butt. Velox 18, Nick, he works his butt off. Nevada, they work their butts off. I mean, we work our butts off. We do. We in general were able to take a month and a half off from trucking when we left, after we left SIVA, to set up our authority. We spent a lot of money on that. We spent a lot of money on our trailer, and we still lived comfortably because we worked our butts off. You guys, this truck, when we're doing our turn, when we leave Wednesday morning, it really only stops for fuel, food sometimes, necessities, dropping hooks. It really doesn't stop moving. To be able to put down almost 5,000 miles in 3.5 days, you can imagine what it takes to do that. We're doing it right now. That's exactly what this truck does. It moves, it doesn't stop. So, it's hard work. So don't let other YouTubers paint a, different picture for you, because it's not how it works. It's never gonna work like that. You gotta work for it. So, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but it's not reality. It's great entertainment, but take it for that, just entertainment. Reality, it's not. So, you gotta work your butt off. One other thing I wanted to talk about is for the guys that are concerned about our children. They are happy back home. Not at home, but back home. They have great care. They love it there. They don't mind what we do. They like what they do because they like going to where they're staying at. Other kids, they get dropped off at school bright and early because the parents have to go to work. Both parents have to work. In today's day and age, you guys know about that. You have to both work. The child gets picked up, gets taken to some after-school program, then gets taken to another after-school program because the parents might not be getting home till 7 or 8 o'clock at night. So, I mean, tell me, how is that any different? It's not. Sure, they get to be home every day, but they don't really get quality time with their parents. Our kids get plenty of time, quality time with their parents. We take time off, we go places, we go camping. We're very family-oriented people. We are. We just like to be private. We don't like to put that out there. We don't like to put our kids out in front of the camera and stuff like that. That's kind of a private thing, We're here for the trucking content, not necessarily the family stuff. Because one thing is, to be honest with you, they don't really want to be in front of the camera. They want some privacy, so we're not going to put them out there. You see them running around here and there on the house, that's about it. And that's that. They know that their mom and dad have to work to have the finer things in life, and that's just how it is. So they get to spend plenty of time with us. We talk to them all the time. When we're home, that's pretty much all they do is we hang out, and they love it. They like it. They don't have a problem with it. If they had a problem with it, believe me, we wouldn't be doing it. So that's that with the kids. We're trucking along, making okay time. Everything's going all right. We're gonna end the video here, guys. Appreciate you guys watching. Love you guys. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. One other channel I want you to watch. The hardest working man in trucking. Go watch The Dirty Trucker. He is the hardest working man. He is like literally the hardest working man in trucking. Go watch his stuff, and you'll see what trucking's all about. But anyway, now we're gonna end it here. We'll pick back up in Denver. So appreciate you guys watching. Again, love you guys. Thanks for everything. Thanks for watching us stuff. These videos means a lot to us. Appreciate all the comments, and we'll see you in the next one.
You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag.